Into the conversation. Wish you were here. Look at how beautiful things look here at the University of Alabama at Tuscaloosa.
Beautiful.
Doug, financial planner and co-founder of Flynn Zito Capital Management. Thank you. Joins us from back on boring Long Island today to talk about the market with us a little bit. You know, I was looking at those markets, said there's plenty of green on the screen, and there is. It's interesting. The market had a terrific November, and I think you and I talked about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, today notwithstanding, seems like it's flattened out a little bit, or it's getting a little tired in early December. What's the state of the stock market for everyone's 401k as you see it right now?
Yeah, a couple of good things. If you look at months where we had more than 8% in a month, like we did in November, if you look at the last 30 times that happened, 27 of the times, 1 year later, the market was positive, and the average positive was about 16%. So that bodes pretty well when you have a great month like that. It's very normal after 5 straight weeks of positives to have a little bit of flattening, but we're waiting on this official jobs report tomorrow. We're not getting enough weakness, if you will, in the job market, even though job openings are slowing. So the market really needs to hear a little bit more weakening to know that the Fed is not going to raise anymore, because it's banking on that it's not going to raise anymore. So we'll see how that plays out, and then I think you resume the market.
Yeah, this time tomorrow, that'll be a big focus for us. We'll be talking about the monthly jobs report, which is obviously the biggest economic report that we get every month. Right now, I want to talk for a few minutes at least about cryptocurrency. Came up for a minute or two in the debate last night. There was some comments on it, but I think the comments that are really getting a lot of attention come from a really influential name on Wall Street, and JPMorgan's Jamie Dimon, who said something to the effect about crypto. If he was the government, he'd shut the whole thing down. What do you make of that, and what do you think is the future of what was once seen as just this high-flying industry of the future?
Well, a couple things. He's never been a fan, but the thing that scares me is, you know, well, now we know basically if there was a President Jamie Dimon, how he would be a dictator in that fact. He would shut down crypto. So I think that, you know, however you want to take that, I think it comes down to the fact that it competes in that business. I think the side comments of the bigger part of it needing to be regulated, because there are nefarious acts that happen when anybody can use it, such as terrorists and drug dealers. So I think having anti-money laundering applied to it, like we all have to deal with in financial services and in banking, as Jamie Dimon does, I think is the proper way to go. But outright banning, I think, is either a flippant comment or quite ridiculous. And that's notwithstanding the fact that we can pretend crypto is a real asset or not. We can have those conversations. But outright banning other ways to transfer money and all the other implications are, I think, unwise.
Good job out of you working the politics in. You've clearly been paying attention to the news the last couple of days with your dictator analogy. I'm not sure if Jamie Dimon would really be a dictator or not, but it shows you've been paying attention to the news, that's for sure. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.